Let's go.
I'm with Tegan on this one.
Chad.
Well, I was much more romantic when I was younger. And I did a lot of things that I saw in the movies. And I did them with a great deal of sincerity. And it generally did not work out very well for me. And it didn't lead to the kind of reaction that I was hoping for. I think the reaction I tended to get was, oh yeah, that's very sweet, which several of you ladies expressed. But it certainly didn't lead to it didn't lead to sex, and it didn't lead to a relationship. One of the things that I talk about is, I call it the fundamental rule of attraction, which is that people want what they want, not what wants them. Okay? So there's another principle at play here, which is, see if you follow me on this one. It's not possible for two people to like each other exactly the same amount. Do you guys believe that that's true?
Yes. Do you believe that the man should want the woman more?
No. So let me talk a little bit more about this. So first of all, we're saying it's not possible for two people to like each other. So if that's true, then that means that there's always somebody in a relationship who likes the other person more, and there's always someone in a relationship who likes the other person less. I call this person the adorer and this person the adored. And they're actually like gender neutral. Like men could be here, men could be here, women could be here, women can be here. And when a person is pursuing, when they're showing interest, what they're doing is they're putting themselves in the position of the adorer. And the adorer is actually where everyone really wants to be, both men and women. I think that that's actually true. And that's because when you're in the position of the adorer, you get all of these feelings. You get to be with the one that you love. The thought of them makes your heart race. When they don't text, you're worried and you're anxious. When they do text, you're relieved. When you get to see them, you're really excited and you're into it. The person who adores gets to have the emotional experience. The adored doesn't. The adored has a much greater muted emotional experience because this person gets to be with the one that they love and this person gets to be loved by the one that they're with. And that's a very different experience. Now, there are pros and cons to each. It's not actually better to be the adored or the adorer, though people generally have preferences one for the other. But when a man comes out of the gate with buying flowers and going out of his way, it really does put him in a place of the adorer very early, and it creates a big gap in that attraction because the fact of the matter is that no one has earned that yet. Yeah. And that's why it kind of comes off as untrustworthy. It's because there's nothing that the woman has done yet to demonstrate that she's worthy of his affection. And so it comes off as, even though it's in this, as just kind of desirous of wanting to be liked, which isn't generally why we like people. We don't really like people who want to be liked. We don't respect people who want to be liked. And it's very hard for women to be attracted to men that they don't respect. And so by giving unearned gifts, it generally reduces a woman's respect for a man, which over time, they can think it's sweet, they can think it's cute, but these aren't serious contenders for a woman's affections.
I completely agree. I think kind of what you just said, the woman hasn't really earned it yet. So if I just match with a guy off Hinge and he immediately brings me flowers without us even talking on the phone, I'm thinking he just wants to impress whoever's walking out that door. It has nothing to do with me. So the most recent time a guy bought me flowers was on a first date. I found it cringe. On the fourth date, he bought me a Brita filter and a water bottle, and I thought that was super romantic because I told him I'm super dehydrated because I never have drinking utensils, and that I found romantic. So it's not so much that women don't like gift giving; it's I think that they don't like impersonal gifts.
Well, what I think you correct me if I'm wrong, but you really liked about that is that the guy was paying attention.
Exactly.
And it wasn't really that.
It wasn't based off this idea of a movie of oh, girl, flower.
That's true. And it wasn't that you really wanted a Brita. You probably could buy a Brita for yourself. It's that somebody was listening to you and demonstrated that with a small gesture.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think by definition, a gift is unearned. You don't deserve it, it's just given to you because out of their heart, they just want to give you something. I think part of it is, as modern women, we don't really appreciate flowers as much as women did a few decades ago. But yeah, if it's a present that they know you specifically want, it feels less generic, you know what I mean? But a gift is a great idea, regardless. It's just, it feels more specific when it's it feels personalized.
Technically, I would agree with that. I think all gifts technically are unearned to the extent that they're true gifts and they don't come with any strings attached. But it's interesting you said, what did you say? You said something along the lines of no gift it'd be nice if he gave you a gift. Well, that's part of what I'm getting at is he doesn't really know who you are yet. And so what he's doing is he's going through a script, or he is projecting an idea of you that may or may not actually accord with who you are. And on some level, it feels as almost like he's trying to purchase your affection, which generally has the counterproductive effect of lowering attraction.